Hi guys, it's Lone Gamer UK and welcome to a new play series of Transport Fever. So this game came out in late 2016, so it's just over a year and a bit old. And it was one of those games that I saw when it came out. I've watched some videos over the last year or so and a bit more recently. And yeah, it's had a few patches. It's been got lots of mods out for it. So I thought I'd get this game finally and give a play series on it. So here we are on the European map. This is a large map and we're in free play mode. And we're starting in 1850. So we're going to be starting off with crappy carts and steam trains that can hardly get up any speed. But eventually you can get airports and modern planes and junctions and lorries, trams, electrify lines, etc. So both the modding and the basic game have huge expandability in this game. So I hope you like this series. If you do, mash that like button and please subscribe, as my channel's still quite new, and with recent changes to YouTube and everything, it's all about the views and all about the subscribers. So I hope you enjoy this series. Any suggestions, things to do, then please leave a comment in the comments section. So away we go. Let's have a look. So what we've got is we've got these cities. So we've got Winchester, population of 252. It's poor. So they've got shopping facilities, or shopping needs, I should say, and job needs. Now, most of the cities need jobs and shopping to make them develop. So they need tools, food, and goods for shopping, and for jobs they need construction, machines, and fuel. So we've got to look at the goods that we have dotted around the map and somehow route them eventually to the cities and the people that need them, as we all want our food and gadgets. So, for example, Winchester needs these construction materials and machines and fuel. So you can see here that we've got products. So that can be made and shipped straight into Winchester, but it needs stone and slag. So, to make those products. And then we've got things like a sawmill, which requires logs to make planks. And you can hunt around, and we've got iron ore up here. And then we have things like oil wells and refineries dotted around. So, but it's quite hard to make money from farms and oil wells, particularly early game, because of the costs of setting things up and limitations of your transport and speed. So after watching a few videos and stuff, it seems that making some commuter routes, getting some of the cities to expand and stimulating a bit of transport fever is the way to go. So what we're going to do in this video is just start the game off and go through a few of the basics. Each episode is going to be about 30-45 minutes long. I don't know how many episodes this series will do. Depends how the series goes and whether the guys like it or not. But yeah, so this should be fun. It's a terrific game. So let's have a look. So what I'm going to do is create a bit of a commuter route between Winchester and Windsor, because they're quite close. Kind of wondering whether Winchester and Basingstoke's even closer. And then connect up to London. I mean, eventually we will, we'll connect all these towns up one way or another. Haven't got a lot of river in this map. We've got a river dividing the map up here. So some of these cities later on can be connected by river routes. So Cambridge with Oxford and Gloucester, so on. So we'll start small. Starting small is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a route from Winchester to Basingstoke. So how we do that is we're going to do wagons and carts. So I'm going to need to put some bus stops down, basically. We're going to need bus tram station, terminals. Look how big Winchester is. Now you want to try and pick up the largest amount of populace. I might have to destroy a building here. I'm going to see if I can get this in the middle. It's about 10,000. Polishing anything I do. Too much money. $110, one building. Okay, maybe we won't do that. Let's have a look. So what I'll do is I'll just place it fairly central in Winchester bus stop, and then we're going to put one in Basingstoke, fairly central, picking up pretty much picks up the whole city. That bit does. Right, now we've got some bus stops there. What we need to do is put down a road depot. So I'll put this kind of in the middle, because then I can feed all three cities from this. I might destroy these depots because the running costs of these can be high, but I'm going to put it there for now. And to be honest, while I'm at it, let's put a bus stop in Windsor. So what I'm going to do is create the line. So we press create line, we can assign a color to it. Now my commuter routes, I'm going to make a nice little green color, and I can go from this bus stop, click the right thing, let's get it right, try again. So we can go from there to there. And we can call this we can rename these things. So let's have a look. We'll put this in, and this will be Winchester to Basingstoke. So Winchester, Win to Basingstoke. commuter. Yeah. Probably going to assign 3 carriages to each line. Now there's operating costs for these things plus the purchasing cost. So we click on our road depot, build vehicles. Now we're right in the 1850s here, so these can both collect 4 passengers. So I'm going to use these coaches here. I'm going to buy 1, 2, 3. And so I'm going to assign them all to the Winchester Basingstoke commuter, and away they go. Why don't they come out? Come on, boys. Buy them. I did buy them. Frequency 11 minutes. Weird. It says they're there. Got all the roads connected. I buy this too far away from the town. Maybe. So let me. Let me try this again. Yeah, let's put it here. Oh, I know what I did. I didn't have the game running. Now I've gone and binned. No, the coaches did come out. Silly me, silly me. Anyway, so we've got these 3 dudes now. I'm going to go onto that line. That's quite good, these little vehicles. You can follow them. There you go, some awesome carriage driving action to watch. These carriages are quite nice. If it rains, they'll be kept nice and dry. Obviously back in the 1850s you didn't need rains, you just drive by telepathy. You also can ride on board, and you can do this with planes, you can do this with trains. Some good coaching action to be had. So they're going to do their thing, run a route between those 2 cities, and it takes a while for them to set up the route and go. So what we need to do is also just connect the other city. So what we're going to do, we've got another new line. And we're going to have this green as well, and we're going to call this line the Win to Winchester to win as well. Wind to wind. Okay, so that's going to go from there. Probably too far out. That's going to go from there. That's going to go from there to, yeah. There we go. Got another little route between these two towns going. Put that in. What we need to do is put three carts on this route. So we'll look at buying some more vehicles after wasting some money already. So each of these vehicles, they have a build date and they run to and expire. I have installed quite a few mods on this game, which most of them don't come in until the late years. They have a lifespan 15 years, and then they'll start falling to bits, costing us money, breaking down, and we'll need to replace them. Not very fast at 9 miles per hour. So we're going to buy 3 of these, and we're going to set them all on the Winchester to Wind route. Out come these buddies. And it will take a while for the good townsfolk of Winchester and Windsor and Basingstoke to realise that there's a new revolution going on about transport, and that you can actually get about from city to city. I must say, there's quite a lot of people milling around in this city already. Where are they all going? You can click on people, but he's going to work. Tyler Davis. Oh, his home, his shop, going by foot. And what I do want to do is probably create a train route between these towns as well, which I'll do shortly. Let's have a look at the goods though. This place is going to make planks, but make planks without getting its wood. Where's it going to get its wood from? Here. Nope, that's vinyl. Give me. That is a long way away. We've got sawmill. That'll make the planks. Sawmill. Too many sawmills. Yes, that could be a problem. I've got others around. Nothing close by. We've got farms. So here we go, Reading Forest. That's going to be a problem because that's our only forest in the south here. You have to ship it down. I mean, I'll be best doing these close together. So we've got the Oxford ore mine. I've not renamed these properly all yet. How are these guys getting on? So they're not carrying people yet because it will take. Usually they've got to do the whole route there and back before people realise there is a route to follow. they're pretty slow. So we want to do this by train, really. Now let's just see if there's any. They're all fairly spaced out, these towns. Sometimes we can get towns very, very close together. You can start connecting them up. Nothing. Nothing. We're literally right next door to each other. So most of these towns are going to be best to be connected by trains. Gloucester and Oxford. So I'm going to connect, I think, Windsor and London by train. That's going to be our first experiment. So what we're going to need to do is we need to buy a train station. These cost an arm and a leg. Now we've only start off with 3 million. So we do need to be careful where we put these. And the more central you can put them, capture people, the better. But you can then create a bus service within the town, carriage service, to just have a look. Need to be careful because it costs so much more money if the land's not flat. So I mean, ideally I'd like to do it to the right hand side of this road, but the problem is we've got this hill in the way. Look at that, that isn't very flat at all, so we'd be best having the train, I think, coming from here, connecting to London on that side. So that's what we're going to do. But I kind of want it pointing in the right direction. Can we get it in there? 75. Flatland. 90. It cost about 90,000 if it was. Map is a lot less flat than it looks. So 187. Five. We're gonna have to put it where we originally were thinking of putting it. It costs twice as much. Oh, we've done it now. So put the station in, which connects. So what we need to do now is build the track. Now again, it's not flat. It's going to cost a lot more money. You know, 200 grand to do that. So it's best to do it in very small segments to keep the cost down. Right, is it? Going up, so is going to cost us a fortune to build this line. Anyway, let's put the station at the other end. Kind of thinking might have to go here. $99,000. What we'll do is, say, we'll create a commuter service within the city to supply the station. Expensive when it's flat. Really? It's not going to go across there? Keep the do that to the road. We can take out these roads and move them later. So let's have a look. Come a little bit round. Like that. So we can connect these two up. Yeah. You can see that this is going to cost us a fair bit to... There we go, we've connected it up. What we need to do is put an engine shed by the trains. The end somewhere. Might put up in... I'll put this up in London. Connect it on there. Right, now what I'm gonna do is supply bus stop there and create like a little ring road. Yeah. Do 2 lines. That's do depot in. Okay, we need to create a route for this. This is going to be the London London Ring Road. Not Ring Road, it's a commuter service. But yeah, that'll do. I'm going to make this light green. So it's going to go from there to there, back again. Good, that is good. Then I think I was going to put in a stop there. Now you can look at the zones. There are zones. So we've got this residential, commercial, industry. I think put one in. There. I'm going to create another line. I'm going to call this London Ring Road 2. Okay. And that is going to go from here to here. So from there. Now. Got back off there. And back to here. Then what we'll do is get some vehicles for this. Now I'm going to put probably 3 on each. 1, 2, 3, and that can go on that ring road. I'm going to buy 3 for that one and put it on ring road 2. Now we'll have a look at our finances. Mo. So as you see, we're burning through cash already. We've spent over £1 million, and I haven't bought the train or carriages yet, and they're very expensive. And we'll lose money on everything until we start getting passengers. But a couple of things will happen as the routes are established. You'll get people greeting and travelling. So these will be bringing people to this stop, which will hopefully use the station, which will then commute with the other cities and start paying me money. And also, the city will start to grow and it will start to update. And I'm sure we'll be using the bulldozer a fair bit and changing things as we go. So. And even knocking down a few houses here and there. Right, so what we want to do now is we need to create the train line. So I'm going to have that. Train lines. Colour should I use for trains? Green for the roads, maybe a blue. Go with that. We can change that later if we want to. So we're going to call this the London. I'll spell London to Windsor. Rail link. And what we need to do is we need to tell it the route, so we're going to connect that station to this baby down here. Now it's not very far, so hopefully the frequency between these two will be pretty good, and it will shuttle trains back and forth and people will start to appear. Now I need to set up the carriages actually at this end. Well, I don't need to buy another depot because well, actually, yeah, this depot's over here. I'm going to get rid of this depot because the running costs are quite high on these, and it's better to knock them down, get a bit of money back, and just build them when you need them. What I need to do is blur. Stop right there by the train station. Something up here. One there. And we'll put one there. Okay, and we'll create a route for this, and this will be go for a green line on this, and this will be the Windsor train supply line. Probably rename these lines. I'll just go with what comes to mind to start with, and actually, right. So what to do is, okay, so it's going to go from here, here, get that one to go to there, and back again. Okay, we're cooking. Let's put a road depot in and give ourselves some right. But it just, these are 12 grand on their own, so get it. Cheap as we can, that will do. So I'm going to get 3 of these. Set them all to. Okay, so this service should bring people to this station. However, they're not going to come without a train, so we'll zip back up the beautiful countryside. Just to let you know, you can send these things back to the depot. You can reverse them their direction. You can click on the details. So 6 months old already. Finances, they're costing us money because they haven't got passengers. But we need to give them a reason to travel. So we're going to buy a train. We've only really got one locomotive we can go for. So we're going to buy that train, and then we're going to need some people wagons. And yeah, pretty much that's going to have to be a couple of these. So now these cost 94,000, so I'm going to buy 4 of these. No, 5, because we're always often expanding these, maybe even 6. We'll do 6 because increases the running cost, but often city route like this, the people will come, as they say. They build it and they shall come. And we set that on that line. Here is our first train. All clap. Look at the majestic sights of our first steam train as it pulls out of London train yard, heading for the station. Now, I was going to run these trains, but they do cost more money running than not running. They still cost money sitting there. But, I don't know, might need to run it up and down so that people know the route's there. Got this guy just wistfully staring at the sky. Lovely oak panelled steam engine. We'll run it. We might pause it later. All the doors close, off he goes. So that people work out that there is actually a new route for them to travel between two towns. So we're going to focus on these 2-3 towns for a little while. So we got London, Windsor, and Winchester. Now let's just have a look to see if any of these guys are actually... Have you got passengers? Are people using the surface? 4 of 4. There we go. Amazing. Full to capacity. Good show, chaps. Good show. On a lovely day trip out. What a wonderful thing full capacity is. So we've got passengers finally. Have a look. So we got 4 of 4. They got 4 of 4. Yeah. So now, you look at the finances now, because these are on their first run. We bought them. They ran up and down without any passengers, so we lost money. So we should start to see, when they drop people off, them posting their first profits. Now we've actually got, look at this, got people waiting. Look at this. Amazing. At 6,000, 6,500 that was. So we got all these people waiting. Now we will replace this with a so that one's made some money now. You can see, there we go, made money. And this one hasn't done his drop. I think that's this one coming up now. He's going to post his first bit of profit. Now I could put more carriages on. There we go. He's made his 5,500. They're making 6.8, but take off the costs. So we'll make this money back quite quickly. We'll make it back within another year, and we could put a lot more wagons and carts on to beef this up. But I think, as these towns are not too far apart, we might turn these bus stops into commuter routes and connect by station. But we don't have a lot of money, really. Plus, with the track and the train, it cost 1.8 million, I think, to do track and train. I'm quite close. So let's watch this baby. We've got capacity of 36 on here. Comes up quite a big slope. Not good, slows the speed down. Really too much I probably could have done with that, because the city, look, city is on a hill. 10 miles an hour, struggling to get up the hill. And this is without passengers. Oh, was that somebody going in the station? Is this our first train passenger? Yes, hello sir. Mohammed Thompson. There we go. Mohammed Thompson, you sir are our first train passenger. So let's name him Train pioneer. Of course, he wants to walk all the way up to the far end of the station before boarding the train. Steam. Train turns around and it has one passenger on. But this will quickly build up. And let's put on a bit of speed here. Maybe follow this guy back to London. Get the camera angle right. There we go. What a beautiful sight through the English countryside from Windsor to London. Maybe we can build a Windsor Castle. Who knows? So we've got a good bit of speed going downhill there, coming back, but then London, you can actually see it's like in a valley, and the two cities are actually quite high up, so this is all quite a steep slope up here. And these trains are pretty gutless, so don't really have much power to get up the hills, but that will change as the years click on and we get to modern transportation. So 19 and dropping. This is going to sort of drop to best parts of 12 miles an hour or so as it goes uphill. You realise, you know, when you look up here, does it look like that's a slope, but look at that. Struggling. Yeah, maybe 8 miles an hour. Have passengers waiting there. How many have we got? Oh, look, we got 4 passengers now waiting. So, as it's painful to watch going at 25 miles an hour, going at 8 or 10 is even more painful. So we'll speed that up. Yeah, it picks up speed. I haven't done this line very well really with the big slopes, but I think considering the towns are on such different heights, you've got all these lovely people now coming by carriages wanting to visit Windsor. Now we can borrow money, and I expect we'll have to many times to expand. But I want to get some profitable routes going first, so it's now got 6. So we want, really before we expand, we probably want to get this line maxed out so we're getting 36 people or more. That can happen quite quickly. If we can space these out a little bit too close together. I'll hold this guy here until he disappears out the road. Let's have a look. The running costs. Property maintenance 28,000. I'm hoping this train route will make us some good money in the medium term. Needs to get a lot more capacity though, but each time it goes around. Right, let's start this. Where you go, sir. You may leave now that you're correctly spaced out. I'll let them do their thing. Right, well, this was Train Fever, episode 1. If you like this, please mash the like button, or even better still, please subscribe. We'll be doing lots more Train Fever to come, where we'll be expanding cities of London, Windsor, and Winchester, and creating goods routes. I'm Lone Gamer, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining. Take care, guys.